You stop doing that.
Stop doing that! This is our house and our cellar!
Ladies, please, go back upstairs where you belong.
Abby, Martha, go upstairs.
You find out. You see whose house this is.
I'm warning you! You need to stop doing that right now! Oh, isn't Mortimer back yet?
No.
Oh, dear, it's a terrible thing to do, to bury a good Methodist with a foreigner.
I will not have our cellar desecrated!
And we promised Mr. Huskins a full Christian burial. Oh, where do you think that Mortimer went?
I don't know. But whatever he said to Jonathan, just you wait, I'll settle this.
Well, he can't very well settle it if he's out of the house. And that's all we want settled, what's going on down there. Oh, dear.
All right. Now, where's Teddy?
Mortimer, where have you been?
I've been over to Dr. Gilchrist, the family's physician. I have his signature on Teddy's commitment papers.
Mortimer, what's the matter with you?
Running around getting papers signed at a time like this. Do you know what Jonathan's doing? He's putting Mr. Huskins and Mr. Spinalzo in together.
Oh, he is he?
Yes.
Well, let him. Is Teddy in this room?
What is Teddy going to help?
Once Teddy signs these commitment papers, then I can tackle Jonathan.
Well, no. Martha, come along. We're going to go for the police.
The police? You can't go for the police.
Well, why not?
Because if you tell the police about Mr. Spinalzo, they'll find Mr. Hoskins too. And that might make them curious, and they find out about your other 12 gentlemen.
Oh, Mortimer, we know the police better than you do. Well, and if we... I don't think they would pry into our private affairs if we asked them not to.
Besides, we know the police mean better than you do anyways.
But, okay. If they found your 12 gentlemen, they'd have to report to headquarters.
Oh, I don't think they'd bother. If there's anything a policeman doesn't like to do, it's fill out long reports and write.
But you can't depend on that. It might leak out. And you couldn't expect a judge and jury to understand.
Oh, Judge Coleman would.
Yes, we know him very well.
He comes down to the church just before election to pray.
Yes. Oh, and he's coming to tea here one day. He promised.
Oh, we need to talk to him about that. His wife died just a few years ago, and he's been very lonely.
Oh, dear. Well, come along, Martha.
No, I won't let you do this. You can't go for the police, and you can't have Judge Coleman to tea.
Oh, well, if you're not going to do something about Mr. Spinalzo, then we are.
I am going to do something about Mr. Spinalzo. We may have to call on the police later, but if we do, I want to be ready for them.
Well, you need to get Jonathan out of this house.
Yes, and Mr. Spinalzo, too.
Oh, they'll be out, I promise you that. Now, I've got to see Teddy. And for goodness sakes, get out of those clothes, will you? You look like Judith Anderson.
Oh, dear.
Well, it's a relief, isn't it?
Well, if he's finally going to do something about it, yes, but... Well, then Jonathan's just going to a lot of unnecessary trouble, isn't he? I'm going to tell him. Oh, Jonathan, you may as well stop doing what you're doing.
It's all done. Did I hear Mortimer?
Well, it will all have to be undone. You are all going to be out of this house by morning. Mortimer's promised.
Oh, are we? In that case, you and Aunt Martha can go to bed and have a pleasant night's sleep.
Yes, come, Martha. Abby.
Good night, aunties.
Good night, Jonathan. Goodbye. Mortimer has said when we get up in the morning, you won't be here. He's promised.
Perhaps we'd better say goodbye to Mortimer.
Oh, you'll see Mortimer.
Yes, I'll see Mortimer.
Well, Johnny, it's all fixed up. Smooth like a lake. Nobody'd even know we were down there. Let's go to bed, eh?
You're forgetting, Doctor.
What?
My brother Mortimer.
Oh, Johnny, not tonight. Let's do that tomorrow or the next day.
No, tonight, now.
Oh, but Johnny, I'm tired, and tomorrow I got to operate.
Yes, you're operating tomorrow, but tonight we're taking care of Mortimer.
Johnny, please, let's go to bed, eh?
Doctor, look at me. You can see it's going to be done, can't you?
Yeah, I know that look in your eye. I can tell.
It's a little too late for us to dissolve our partnership.
Okay, we do it, but the quick way, like in London, eh?
I think this calls for something more special. I think perhaps the Milburn method.
Oh, no, not Melbourne. That takes 2 hours. And after it was over, the guy in London was just as dead as the fellow in Melbourne.
We had to act too fast in London. There was no aesthetic satisfaction in it. But Milburn, there was something to remember.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, yeah, I wish I didn't. No, Johnny, not Melbourne, not me.
Yes, Doctor. Where are the instruments?
No, Johnny.
Get your instruments, Doctor.
No, Johnny, I won't do it.
Where are they? Oh, yes, you hid them in a cellar. Where?
I won't tell you.
I'll find them, Doctor.
But I have to alert the cabinet if I'm going to sign any proclamation.
But this must be a secret.
A secret proclamation? How unusual.
Japan mustn't know about it.
Japan. Those devils. I'll sign it immediately. You can count on me. I can alert the cabinet later.
But at once, Mr. President.
Yes. You know a secret proclamation has to be signed in secret. I'll put on my signing clothes.
Be quickly about it, will you?
Hey, you go now, okay? Come on.
Dr. Einstein, look, I'm waiting for something.
No, you need to go now.
Doctor, you seem to be a nice fellow, so I'm going to give you a word of advice. Get out of this house and get just about as quickly, as far away as possible.
Yeah, trouble there. You go now, okay? Let's go.
Doctor, don't say I didn't warn you.
I'm warning you. Get out quick.
Things are going to start popping around here any minute.
Listen, Johnny's in a bad mood. When he's like this, things happen. Terrible things happen.
Jonathan doesn't worry me now.
Kimmel, don't those plays you see teach you nothing?
About what?
Well, at least people in the plays act like they got some sense. That's more than you do.
Oh, you think so, do you?
Yeah.
You think people in plays act like they got sense? Well, wish you had to sit through some of the plays I had to sit through. Take the little opus I saw tonight, for instance. Okay, in this play, there's a man who's supposed to be intelligent. He knows he's in a house with murderers. He's even been warned to get out of the house. But does he go? No, he stays there. Now I ask you, Doctor, is that what an intelligent person would do?
You're asking me that?
He doesn't even have sense enough to be frightened, to be on guard. In fact, the murderer invites him to sit down.
You mean something like, won't you sit down?
Believe it or not, that one was in there too.
And what did he do?
He sat down. The big dope just sat there waiting to be trussed up. Oh, and what do you think they used to tie him with?
What?
The curtain cord!
Well, why not? It's a good idea. Very convenient.
A little too convenient if you ask me. When are playwrights going to start using some imagination? The curtain cord!
He didn't see him get it?
See him? He sat there with his back to him. That's the kind of stuff that we have to sit through, suffer through, I should say, night after night. And they say the critics are killing the theater. It's the playwrights who are killing the theater. So, there he sits, the big dope, just waiting to be trussed up and gagged.
Oh my God! Help me!
You know, that fellow in the play, he wasn't very bright now, was he?
And now, Mortimer, if you don't mind, we'll finish the story. I've been away for 20 years, my dear brother, and never once in all that time were you out of my mind. In Melbourne one night, I dreamed of you. When I landed in San Francisco, I felt a strange satisfaction. Once more, I was in the same country with you. Now, Doctor, we go to work.
Oh, please, Johnny, follow me the quick way, eh?
Doctor, this must really be an artistic achievement. After all, we're performing before a distinguished critic.
All right, let's do it, but let's get it over with.
All ready for you, Doctor.
Okay, but I gotta have a drink first. I need a drink.
Pull yourself together, Doctor. We've got work to do.
Wait. When we walked in here this afternoon, there was wine on the table, remember? Now, where did she put that? There it is. Here we go. Look, Johnny, we got a drink. Here, I split it with you.
That would only be fitting.
That's all there is. We both could use a drink, Johnny. Here.
One moment, Doctor, please. Where are your manners? Yes, Mortimer, I realize now it was you who brought me back to Brooklyn. Doctor, to my dear dead brother. That idiot! He goes next! That's all! He goes next!
No, Johnny, not Teddy. That's where I stopped. Not Teddy.
We get to Teddy later.
We not get to Teddy at all.
Oh, now we have to work fast.
Yeah, the quick way, eh, Johnny?
Yes, Doctor, the quick way.
Hey, get the lights. Get the lights.
Hey, the colonel's got to quit blowing that horn.
It's all right, officer. We're taking the bugle away from him.
We told the neighbors he wouldn't do that anymore.
It won't happen again, officer. Good night.
I'm going to need to talk to him myself. Where are the lights?
Now,
Hey! Hey! You stood me up tonight. I waited in the back of Kelly's for over an hour for you. What happened to him?
He was explaining what happened to this guy in this play he saw tonight.
Did this happen in the play you saw tonight? You know, they practically stole that from the second act of my play. Why, in my second act, just before... No, I need to start at the beginning. It opens in my mother's dressing room, where I was born. Only I ain't been born yet. Oh, sure. No. You are going to hear the plot. All right. It opens in my mother's dressing room. She's sitting there making up, see? When all of a sudden, through the door, in comes a man with a black mustache. He comes over to my mother and he says to her, "Miss Latour, will you marry me?" He's got no idea she's pregnant.
that foolhardy of mine until I find out how everything comes out. I don't want anyone about, so go away. Can't you see I'm dreaming?
So there she is, laying across the table, unconscious in her lingerie. The guy is standing over top of her with a hatchet. I'm tied up in a chair, just like you are right now. The whole place is an inferno of flames. It is on fire. When all of a sudden, through the window, who comes in? Mayor LaGuardia. Hey. Remember who paid for that? Take it easy on that stuff.
Well, I'm listening, ain't I?
Yeah. Hey, what do you think about it so far?
Well, you put Johnny to sleep.
Let him alone. If he ain't got no more interest in that, he don't deserve a drink. All right, it's 3 weeks later, right? I've been transferred, and I'm under charges. That's because somebody stole my badge. I'm out walking my beat on Staten Island, 46th Precinct, when a man that I'm following, turns out is really following me. Hey, don't answer that door. So I decide I'm going to pull one over on him, okay? There's a vacant house on the corner.
Cops!
I decide to go in. I stands in the dark, and I watches as the doorknob turns. I pulls my guns out, braces myself against the wall, and I says, "Come in!"
What the heck is going on here?
Hey, boys. Pat, what do you know? Hey, this here's Mortimer Brewster. He and I writing a play together. I was just telling him the story.
You had the time up to make him listen?
Joe, you better report in at the station. The whole force is out looking for you.
Oh, did they send you here looking for me?
We didn't know you was here.
We came to warn the old ladies that there's hell to pay. It seems the colonel blew that bugle again in the middle of the night.
From the way the neighbors have been calling in about it, I think the Germans had dropped a bomb on Flatbush Avenue.
The lieutenant's on the warpath. He says the colonel's got to be put away someplace.
Yes!
Hey, Mr. Brewster, listen, I am going to have to run. Let me just run through this third act with you real quick, okay?
Get
Here's
away
where it
from
starts.
me!
No, Mr.
Get
Brewster,
away from me!
Here's my third act.
So you know what time it is? It's at the 8 o'clock in the morning.
Is it? Mr. Brewster, listen, I know the first and second act, they runs a little long, but gosh, I don't see that there's anything we can leave out. Do you?
You can leave it all out.
Who the heck is this guy?
That's my brother.
Oh, the one that ran away? So he came back?
Yeah, he came back.
This is Brophy. Get me Mac. I better let him know we found you, Joe. Mac, tell the lieutenant he can call off the big manhunt. Yeah, we got him. In the Brewster house. You want us to bring him in? Oh, all right, we'll hold him here. The lieutenant's on his way over.
So I've been turned in, eh? And I suppose you and that stool pigeon brother of mine will split the reward.
Reward?
Well, now I'll do some turning in. You think my aunts are sweet, charming old ladies, don't you? Well, there are 13 bodies in the cellar.
Teddy!
Wait a minute.
I'll show you. I'll prove it to you. You come down to the cellar with me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, 13 bodies. I'll show you where they're buried.
You better be careful about what you're saying about your aunts. They happen to be friends of ours.
You don't want to see what's in the cellar?
Go on down in the cellar with them, Abe.
I don't think I want to go down there with this guy. Look at him. He looks like Boris Karloff.
What?
Well, what do you know about that?
Come in.
What are you men doing here? I told you I'd handle this.
Well, we was just about to...
What happened? Did he put up a fight?
This ain't the guy that blows the bugle. This is his brother. He tried to kill Klein.
All I did was say he looked like Boris Karloff.
Turn him over.
We kind of think he's wanted somewhere.
Oh, you kind of think he's wanted somewhere? If you looked at the circulars we put up on the wall, or at least read True Detective, of course he's wanted, in Indiana. He escaped from the prison of the criminally insane. He's a lifer. That's exactly how they described him. He looks like Karloff.
He was trying to get us down in the cellar.
He said there was 13 bodies buried down there.
13 bodies? And that didn't tip you off he's from the nut house?
You know, he always talked kind of crazy every time I heard him.
Oh, it's Shakespeare. Where you been all night? And you needn't bother to tell me.
Oh, no, sir. Me and Mr. Brewster, we've been here writing a play all night long.
Yeah, we're gonna have plenty of time to write that play. You're suspended. Now get back and report in.
Hey, you mind if I come by the station and use the typewriter every now and again?
No, get out of here. Take him somewhere, bring him to. 13 bodies in the cellar. No wonder Brooklyn's in the shape it is with a police force full of flatheads like you. 13 bodies in the cellar.
But there are 13 bodies in the cellar.
Who are you?
I'm President Roosevelt.
This is the guy that blows the bugle.
Morning, Colonel.
Dear me. Another yellow fever victim.
Well, Colonel, you've blown your last bugle.
But all the bodies in the cellar are yellow fever victims.
What?
No, Colonel, this is a spy we caught in the White House.
Will you get him out of here?
If there's to be any questioning of spies, that's my department.
You stay out of this.
You forget, as President of the United States, I'm also in charge of the Secret Service.
Oh, Captain. I'm Mortimer Brewster.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'd like to talk to you about my brother Teddy, the one who blew the beagle.
Yeah. 13 bodies?
Yeah, about that. You see, I've got this commitment paper signed, and he is being put away somewhere.
Where's he going?
Happydale.
I don't care where he's going, as long as he goes.
And I quite agree with you. It's all arranged for you, see? Now, I just want you to know that everything that's happened around here, Teddy's responsible for. Now, those 13 bodies in the cellar.
Yeah, 13 bodies. It ain't bad enough the neighbors are all afraid of him, and him disturbing the peace, blowing that bugle. Can you imagine cockeyed story about 13 bodies going around, and now he's starting a yellow fever scare? Cute, ain't it?
13 bodies? Do you think anybody would believe that?
Oh, you never know. People are just dumb enough. Last year, we had this guy start a murder rumor in Greenpoint. I had to dig up a half-acre lot just to prove that.
Will you excuse me?
Good morning, Mortimer.
Morning, darling.
This is Mr. Witherspoon. He's here to see Teddy.
To see Teddy?
He's the superintendent of Happydale.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, sir. This is Captain...
Lieutenant Rooney. Good to see you, Super. He's going with you today.
Today? I had no idea.
Not today.
Yep, papers are signed. He's going with you today.
Elaine, look, I've got some business to attend to, so you run along home.
Nuts.
I had no idea it was that immediate.
He's signed the commitment papers. He's going.
Complete insubordination. You men will find that I'm no mollycoddle. When the President of the United States is treated like this, what's this country coming to?
There's your man, Super.
Just a minute. Mr. President, I have very good news for you.
Oh?
Your term of office is over.
Is it March the 4th?
Practically.
Well, let's see. Oh, now I go on my hunting trip to Africa. Well, I must get started immediately. Is he trying to move into the White House before I've moved out?
Who, Teddy?
Taft.
Oh, no, this isn't Mr. Taft, Teddy. This is Mr. Witherspoon. He's to be your guide through Africa.
Well, bully! Just bully! I'll bring down my equipment. Charge! Goodbye, Aunt Tabby. Goodbye, Aunt Martha. I'm on my way to Africa. Isn't it wonderful?
Oh, dear.
Morning, darlings.
Well,
We have visitors.
yes.
Yes, this is Lieutenant Rooney.
Oh, Lieutenant Rooney. Well, you don't look like the fuss budget the other policemen say you are.
Oh, and this is Mr. Witherspoon. He is the superintendent of Happydale.
Oh, Mr. Witherspoon, how do you do?
You've come to meet Teddy.
He's come to take him.
Oh, no.
That's why we're alive.
I'm sorry. He signed the commitment papers. He's going tonight.
No, we won't permit it. We won't. Well, we promised to take the bugle away from him.
I'm sorry, but the law's the law. He's committed himself. He's going today.
Oh, well, if he's going, then we are going too.
You'll have to take us with him.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, well, why not?
Well, that's sweet of them to want to, but it's impossible. We can't take sane people at Happydale.
Oh, well. Mr. Witherspoon, I assure you if you let us go with Teddy to Happydale, we'll leave you in our will for a very considerable amount.
Well, the Lord knows we could use the money, but I'm afraid...
Let's be sensible about this, ladies. Here I am, wasting my morning when I got more important things to do. There's murders to be solved in Brooklyn.
Oh.
Yes. I mean, oh, are there?
It ain't only your brother's bugle playing, but we might have to go dig up your cellar.
Our cellar?
Cellar? Oh, why would you dig up our cellar?
Nephew's talking about 13 bodies in the cellar.
Well, there are 13 bodies in our cellar.
Yes, there are.
And if that's why you want to go down and see, we can show you.
You know, I don't think the lieutenant wants to go down in the cellar. He was just telling me that only last year he had to dig up a half-acre lot, weren't you, Lieutenant?
That's right.
Well, you wouldn't have to dig here. No, we have all the graves marked. We put flowers on them every Sunday.
Flowers?
Yes.
Don't you think you got room for these ladies?
Well,
I mean, clearly, no. So can't they sign the papers, please?
Yes,
we'll sign.
Why, certainly.
Oh, good. Oh.
They're coming around, Lieutenant.
Oh, are you here, Mr. Klein?
Yeah, me and Brophy got your other nephew out in the kitchen.
Oh.
Let's get these signed, Super. I want to clean this all up.
If you'll sign right here.
Okay. Oh, I'm so looking forward to going. But the neighborhood has changed here so.
And you right here, and Martha?
Oh, we've overlooked something.
Oh,
What?
We're going to need the doctor's signature.
Oh, Dr. Einstein! Hey, come over here. We'd like you to sign some papers real quick.
I must go.
Oh, you can sign some papers. You know, at one time last night, I thought the doctor was going to operate on me.
Well, are you leaving, Doctor?
Sign right there.
Yeah, I'm afraid I must go.
Well, isn't Jonathan going with you?
I think Jonathan and I are not maybe going to the same place.
Just think, a lawn.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Mac, this is Rooney. Yeah, we got the guy that's wanted in Indiana. Yeah, right there on my desk. Can you get the description of his accomplice? All right, read it to me. 54, 5'7", 175 pounds, talks with a German accent.
Well, goodbye.
Poses as a doctor. All right, got it. Thanks.
It's all right, Lieutenant. The doctor's just completed his signature.
Thank you, Doctor. You're doing Brooklyn a service.
Okay. Bye.
Mr. Brewster, we're going to need your signature as next of kin.
Oh, all right. Yes. Okay. Now, this makes everything settled. Everything legal?
Why, yes.
Darlings, you're safe now.
Yes.
When would you be ready to start?
Well, Mr. Witherspoon, why don't you go upstairs and tell Teddy just what he can take along?
Upstairs?
Yes, just upstairs.
I'll show you.
No, Mortimer, no. You stay here. We want to talk to you. Yes, Mr. Witherspoon, just upstairs and to the left.
Where? Mortimer.
Mortimer, we're really very worried about something.
What? Oh, don't worry. You're going to love it at Happydale.
Oh, no.
We're quite excited about it.
Yes.
Don't want anything to mess up.
Yes. You see, will they investigate those signatures?
Oh, no, don't worry. They're not going to look up Dr. Einstein.
Oh, no.
No, dear. It's your signature, dear.
You signed as next of kin.
Of course. Why not?
Well...
Well, Elaine should know this too. You're not really a Brewster. Don't be too upset about it, dear.
Your mother, well, she came here as a cook, and you were born 3 months later. And, well, we didn't want to lose her because she was such a sweet woman and such a good cook. And so Brother married her.
I'm not really a Brewster?
It won't make much difference to you, will it, Elaine?
Elaine, do you hear? Do you understand? Oh, I'm a bastard!
Here, I better get started on breakfast.
Oh, don't bother. Mortimer's coming over to my house for breakfast.
Yes, I need some coffee. I've had quite a night.
Quite a night.
Well...
Take this with you.
We don't need the wagon. My car's out front.
Well, are you leaving, Jonathan?
Yes, there's some people in Indiana that are going to take care of him for the rest of his life.
Well, it's nice to know that you have a place to go.
Are you two ladies going to be lonely while everybody else is gone?
Oh, no. No, we're going to Happydale.
We're moving too.
Ah, well, then this place has seen the last of the Brewsters.
Well, not if Mortimer wants it with him and Elaine.
Yes.
Well, I have a suggestion to make. Why don't you turn this property over to the church?
Oh, well, we never thought of that.
After all, it should be part of the cemetery.
All right, let's get going. I'm a busy man.
Goodbye, aunties. Well, I can't better my record now, but neither can you. The score stands even, 12-12.
Well.
But Jonathan was always just a mean boy.
Yes.
Never could let anyone get ahead of him.
I wish we could show him that he wasn't so smart. Mr. Witherspoon, does your family live with you at Happydale?
I have no family.
Oh.
Well, don't you consider the people at Happydale your family?
I'm afraid you don't quite understand it. At Happydale, I must keep myself quite aloof as head of the institution.
Well, that must make you feel very lonely.
It does, but my duty is my duty.
Well, Martha. Well, if Mr. Witherspoon won't join us for breakfast, well, perhaps you'll have a glass of our elderberry wine.
Why, yes, of course, our relationship at Happydale will have to be more formal.
Yes.
But here, you don't see much elderberry wine these days.
No.
I thought I'd had my last glass of it.
Oh, no.
Here it is.
to get you.